nuclear missiles. They got an underground city of nuclear missiles. See? So Russia ain't gonna be the only person or nation or military that's shooting missiles towards America. You see? You got America antagonizing Russia on the border of Ukraine. You got America antagonizing China on the border of Taiwan, whatever the Chinese island thing is. See, they antagonizing the situation because they know this is what's gonna happen. And the elites know they're gonna sacrifice the rest of their people. Now let's see here. We go on to Zephaniah chapter 3. Starting at verse 8. It said, therefore wait ye upon me, says the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nation, that I may assemble the kingdom, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. See, he gonna gather these militaries and he gonna destroy them. Now the United States have the most militaries in the earth. See, when you Google militaries in the United States, it's gonna say they got 750 overseas. Then when you see how much they got here in America, it's gonna say 400 to 500 military bases, two major ones for each state. They got 50 states. Then the Pentagon came out and said that they might even have 5,000 military bases. See, mind you, Russia only got 30, even though they the so-called white man, the border of wickedness. Then China might got 3 or maybe 15 at the most in their homeland. They don't got military bases outside of their homeland. See, that means 100% of the military bases and the weapons is ran by the so-called white man. What is a bunch of Negroes gonna do running their mouth with a sign, walking down the street with some weapons? What the world? You wasting your breath and your time because it's not gonna work. But that shows who the Israelites are. See, they don't have no power to combat the devil. They have no power to fight their enemies because the Lord made it that way. Now the main verse is in Micah. Micah chapter 4, starting at verse 9. It says, now why do thou cry out aloud? Is there no king in you? Is your counselor perished? See, that counselor goes back to Yahweh, who they Israel call Jesus Christ. It says, for pains have taken thee as a woman in travail. See, there's no king in, when it comes to the Negro. We don't have a king. And most kings have the military. See, we don't have a king with a military. Let's go to Hosea. Hosea said the same exact thing. It says, starting at verse 4. This is Hosea chapter 3, verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king. See, they don't have a king. They don't have a military. They cannot defend themselves. The police can shoot them down in the streets. In every 50 state, in every city, in every 50 state, and a Negro and a Hispanic and a Native American, they can't do nothing about it but run their mouth, walk in the street talking about we shall overcome. You're not overcoming how you think you overcoming, by going to the Christian church That's not going to happen. See, that's going to get you into the lake of fire. Let's see here. And mind you, the Israelites was always the army of the Lord. See, we are God's army. We're his army, so we have to wait on him. He's the king. He's our king only. See, that's why we waiting on him. That's why we have to deal with whatever we're dealing with. Now let me get that, I think it's in Exodus chapter 7, verse 4. It says, "But Pharaoh shall not listen unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt." So us going into the streets with signs talking about we shall overcome, the so-called white man and his allied nations is not going to listen. They're not going to give you no reparation. They're not going to set up some college fund so you can get you a good job and make $40 an hour. They're not going to listen. They're going to keep putting you into hardcore bondage. It says, "But Pharaoh shall not listen unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel." See, the children of Israel is his armies. That's his people. Let's get that in Jeremiah 51. He let us know that we are his armies. And it's just like when Pharaoh was chasing us towards the water, towards the so-called Red Sea, that was named after the so-called white man. Red, their name is Edom. Edom means red, and that sea was named after them because they lived close to the sea. Now, Jeremiah 51 verse 20, it says, "You are my battle axe and weapons of war. For with you will I break in pieces the nations, and with you will I destroy kingdoms." See, with the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who out in the street crying and talking about they shall overcome, he's gonna elect a certain group of them that believe his word, and they're gonna be his army. They're gonna be his battle axe to take over these kingdoms. But right now, they don't have a military. They don't have weapons. They don't have planes, tanks, nuclear weapons. They don't have nothing. So look what he's telling them in Baruch. Let's see here. Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. He said, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God." Not the devil. See, it wasn't the devil that brought the so-called white man against us. It wasn't the devil that threw us into slavery. See, that's a lie from the real devil, the slave master. See, it says, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God. For your enemy have persecuted you, but shortly you shall see his destruction, and shall tread upon his neck." See, shortly we're going to see the so-called white man fall. Shortly we're going to see him being destroyed. Shortly he's going to be our slave, our servant, our worker. Shortly. See? And the evidence is all around. You got food shortages. You got it's money. It's losing value. You can't put your money in the stock market because all the companies are going under. You throw $3,000 in the stock market and they gonna steal your money because their company is losing value with the dollar. See, this dragon is falling. Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens. That heavens stands for the Israelites. He said, ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you. See, that's talking about the so-called white man, not no angel that God can't control. That's a lie. It says, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. See, he know he got a short time. What he gonna do? Who is he gonna fight? Jump down to verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua or Mashiach. See, when the devil and the devil is the same thing, man. That's another major lie of the slave master. Let's get them thinking about some spooky angels that's rebelled against God. God can't control the spiritual world. Let's get these Negroes thinking about some ghosts and spirits in the closet, a boogeyman, so they won't look at us. See, they'll look at us just as mere humans, and we don't got no power, and God gonna forgive us for being wicked and following the devil. See, no, they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because this is where these dragons get it from. Verse 9, it says, the great dragon, talking about the white man, was cast out. That old serpent called the devil and Satan. See, they was calling this dragon, this white man who was red, they was calling him the devil, a deceiver. Then they was calling him Satan, the adversary of the Israelites. See, it's simple. Which deceived the whole world. Who got power over the world? Who control Hollywood, the education system? The so-called white man. That's how he deceived the world. Who controlled the medical system? The so-called white man. That's how he deceived the world. It is not talking about an angel that God cannot control. He rebelled. And he went to fighting with us. The angels went to fighting, and God ain't had no power to control nobody. Like they had a bar. Like they had a bar drinking, and the angels get to fighting in the bar. And God said, oh, y'all get out of here. No, man. He controlled the angels just like he can control the people. They can't rebel against God, man. Let's prove all things. Let's get that in Psalms 103, verse 20. It says, bless the Lord, you his angels, that exceed in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. See, the angels do God's commandment. They don't break his commandment and have a fight, and they drunk in the club and they fighting in the club. No, the angels ain't gonna fight each other and get kicked out of heaven. That's a lie from the real devil, that red dragon, that so-called white man with his churches on every corner, with his movies on the TV. See? That's a lie from him. He told that lie. The Bible don't say angels was fighting and they went and got kicked out of heaven. No, that's a lie. See, that's talking about the white man getting kicked out of rulership. See, that Lucifer was the slave master. Those so-called angels was his army. See, angels go for army and military. That's a word that can mean your military, your angels. See, the host. See, that word angels can go for military and the host. Look at verse 21. It says, bless ye the Lord, all his hosts. See, that's why they call him the Lord of hosts, or the Lord of Yahweh of armies. Hosts, armies, and angels all are the same. It's not no freaking angels falling from the sky, man. That was that red dragon, his host, or his military is going to fall out the sky. They got satellites, they got planes, see, they got missiles and all kind of drones that they can fly in the sky. All that stuff going to fall down. And so this is what we dealing with the slave master. The lies of the slave master. See, and a wicked Negro only listen to him because he gives them the liberty to be wicked. He gives them the liberty to do whatever they want to do because that's what people want to do. They want to be able to do whatever they want to do. Nobody gonna tell me what to do. See, that's a nigga. Let's get that in Daniel. See, Daniel 7:25. This last kingdom of the white man, the fourth kingdom in Daniel, that fourth kingdom had 10 horns, like that red dragon in Revelation had 10 horns. See, talking about the same beast. They call him a beast in Revelation. All talking about the so-called white man and his military. Look at Daniel 7:25. It says, he shall speak great words against the Most High. See, he's speaking. You ain't got to follow those laws in the Bible. That stuff old, man. You don't follow that stuff. See, it says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. See, wearing out the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who listening to his behind and following his crooked laws. It says to think to change times and laws. See, he's speaking against the Most High, saying you ain't got to follow those laws. See, we can be wicked and do whatever we want to do. We want to marry the same sex, we can do that. We want to marry a dog or a goat, he made that legal too. We can do that. See, we almost can marry a child. See, this wicked, he's the border of wickedness. That's why all his laws is wicked. Because he changed the laws and speaking against the Most High with his Christianity. You ain't got to follow God. You don't have to obey God's laws, man. That's the whole spiel of Christianity. When you go in their church, they ain't going to tell you nothing about no law. They going to say you can eat a pig, a nasty behind crab that's eating doo-doo every day, all day, shrimp that's eating doo-doo off the bottom of the ocean, a nasty catfish that's eating doo-doo every day, all day. You can eat those animals. You can put poison in your mouth, and just because somebody died, that poison ain't going to kill you. See, that's what a slave master tell you when he is the devil. He is the deceiver. Now, this is another reason why they listen to this dragon. What is it? No, 23:13. This is in the Apocrypha, the Sirach, 23 and 13:23. Salakia. 13:23. This is why they listen to the slave master. See, because he lying off the rip. He want to keep you a raggedy slave. He want to keep you working for his corporation, his McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Walmart, his factory somewhere. He wants you to be working for him. So he gonna lie to your behind and keep you in slavery. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha 13:23. It says, when a rich man speak, every man hold his tongue. And look what he said, they extol it to the clouds. See, when these dragons run their mouth and lie, a broke, poor Negro will listen to them because that's what they do. They listen to rich people. See, if you ain't got no money, you one of their peoples, they know you broke, they know you ain't got no money like the white man. So they're not going to listen to you. Look at what he say about the poor man. It says, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? If he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. See, this is the mind of a Negro. If you got, that's why the celebrities, everybody listening to the celebrities. The celebrities can get on Instagram and run their mouth about nothing, and I promise you, you got about 70 to 80% of Negroes sitting up there listening to what these celebrities is running their mouth about. And they ain't talking about nothing. See, that's why the scriptures say, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look what he said, they stole it to the cloud. They say, man, this man got money and he talking. We need to listen to what he say. When he is the devil, he is the enemy. Jump over to the next verse. The next chapter is Ecclesiasticus 12, starting at Ecclesiasticus 12, starting at verse 10. It's in the Apocrypha, Sirach. It says, never trust your enemy. See, they trust their slave master. What he run his mouth about, they trust it. If they open up a medical book, he gonna say, trust the science. Science only means knowledge. Knowledge is science. They both is the same thing. So they say, trust my knowledge. That's what they saying. They're not talking about trust this mathematical problem, 2 + 2 = 4. No. They saying trust the science. Trust what we done told you. Trust the knowledge that we telling you. See? Because that science, I don't give a dang on how many times your enemy said, oh, we experimented for 30 years. We experimented and did all kind of experiments for 50 years. Trust the science. No, because that's knowledge that you bringing me and you my enemy. You've been beating my back end for 400 years. What am I trust you for? See? But a Negro would trust their enemy because they done went to his Christian church and they done told him, turn your other cheek. Love everybody. See? And they'll go wallow up to the enemy like a fool, and the enemy will destroy their behind. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching. See, the so-called white man and the Chinese, they'll humble themselves, they'll bow down. I'm not down. See, they'll act like they're your friend, but they really want to destroy you. It says, though he humble himself and go to crouching, take good heed and beware of him. See, because these dragons is sneaky. These dragons are snakes. See, that's why them being called snakes go back to that red dragon, because the dragon is another word for serpent, and the serpent is another word for snake. They've been called snakes. Our peoples, our family bloodline been calling them snakes for thousands of years. Look at what King David called them. Psalm 58. Starting at verse 3, he lets you know that this is a bloodline. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. See, they're ready to run their mouth and tell you a lie. See, lies of the slave master. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder. See, that death adder is one of them rattlesnakes that be in the desert. And that snake, he blind, but he don't have to see. He can feel you. See, that snake, he don't have to see you, but he gonna hear you and he gonna feel you, and he gonna put that poison in your behind. And he the most deadliest snake out of all the snakes. So that lets you know the so-called white man is a deadly snake. See, and our people been calling them snakes in the grass for thousands of years. They bloodlines just didn't pop up out of those clear blue sky and oh, here come the white men. No, they've been here. They got long history, man. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent, and they are like the death adder that stoppeth the ear. So you can't tell them about slavery. You can't tell them how you been oppressed. You can't tell them about nothing. They're not trying to hear that mess. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, man. Come on, man. I did it. My family came from Spain, and they built a company over here on Martin Luther King Street, and they selling tires and stuff. We didn't have any money. What are you talking about? You're just lazy, man. See, this is what these dragons will tell you. They will not listen to your problem. They will not understand your problem. They like a rattlesnake that's deaf. He can't hear. He don't hear none you got to say. If you ain't got this slavery money like me and my family, you just up the creek with no paddle. It says, verse 5, this Psalms 58, verse 5, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. See, they're not going to listen. That's why we know they're in the church running their mouth, pushing down this Christianity down our people's throat, and they're not going to listen to the words of the Bible. It's been prophesied that they will not listen. Psalms 50 and 16, he say, but unto the wicked, meaning unto the white man, God has said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shalt take my covenant in your mouth? See, God done told the white man, why is you got a church on the corner running your mouth with the Bible open? This don't supposed to happen. Verse 17, he say, seeing thou hateth instructions, and cast my words behind you. That's what Daniel 7 and 25 just said. That the fourth kingdom, the fourth beast, the Babylon, America, this rulership of the so-called white man, they is going to change the laws. They going to speak against the Most High. They going to open up 100,000 Christian church and say the laws of God is thrown in the garbage and you don't have to follow God. None of his instructions that he gave you, you don't have to follow those things. See, don't eat a nasty, filthy pig. No, you can eat a pig, man. Just pray over it. See,